Well, it's day 6 of the Cory Bigsby murder trial in Hampton. Bigsby is accused of killing his son, Cody, and then hiding his body. The search for the little boy began in January of 2022, but prosecutors believe Cory killed him months before reporting him missing. And to this day, Cody has not been found. Dan Kennedy and Angelique Arentok have been following the trial for a week now.
Let's start with Dan, who is live outside the courthouse to bring us up to speed. Dan.
The jury returns here at 9 a.m. tomorrow to hear closing arguments, to get their instructions, and then they will go behind closed doors to begin their deliberations. These are my 3 key takeaways from what happened today in court as the defense called 6 witnesses to the stand, including an assistant superintendent from the Hampton Roads Regional Jail. And they kind of dove into some of Bigsby's mental state while he was jailed there at Hampton Roads Regional Jail and writing some of those supposed jail confession letters. We learned that Bigsby lost some 60 pounds, really wasn't eating in jail, and also complained of headaches. Number 2, Cory's sister testified that she saw Cody in September of 2021, which kind of goes against the prosecution's story of him last being seen alive in June of 2021. And number 3, we heard from a Hampton man who says he saw Cody alive at a Food Lion just a couple days before he was reported missing by his father. I want to bring in Angelique Arentok, who was in court this morning as well for all these witnesses, to kind of dive a little further into some of those key takeaways.
Yeah, I'll rewind us back to this morning when jurors heard the 911 call Cory Bigsby made to 911 Center here in Hampton on January 31st, 2022. In that call, Bigsby said he thinks his son is missing, and the last time he saw him was the night prior when Cody tapped him to go outside. And at one point during that audio recording, Bigsby uttered, quote, "Oh Jesus." After jurors heard that call, they also heard from an authority with the Hampton Roads Regional Jail. Hampton Roads Regional Jail's Assistant Superintendent Lieutenant Colonel William Anderson testified staffers placed Bigsby under suicide watch multiple times while in their custody. He said Bigsby refused to eat and only got his appetite back after Anderson invited family members to the jail to lift his spirits. Bigsby's sister, Tandalia Butler, also testified. In court, she said her brother and nephews, including Cody, came to see her in D.C. on September 2021. Bigsby's lawyers called her to testify to seemingly diminish prosecutors' argument about Bigsby killing Cody on June 2021. Prosecuting attorneys then played multiple news interviews featuring Butler. She gave different responses to questions posed about the last time she saw Cody. Only in the third and final interview shown in court did Butler mention seeing Cody at a 2021 gathering. She didn't have a photo. Next, a Hampton man who lives in Buckrow Beach testified he saw Cody at a local grocery store 2 days before the child's reported disappearance. The witness said he remembers Cody holding what appeared to be a woman's hand. Prosecutors presented a photo of a boy who, unbeknownst to the witness, is Cody's older brother. The man identified him as the boy he saw at the store. Afterward, defense attorneys showed the man a photo of Cody. He said that's him, then followed up saying the other photo seems off. A former Hampton detective also testified jurors saw surveillance footage of him asking Bigsby questions at police headquarters. Dan, at some point during that interrogation, if you will, the detective suggested, could an accident have taken place here involving Cody, to which Bigsby denied.
You know, some of those detectives have been lingering in the courtroom, too, seemingly curious to see how this story unfolds. It's one they've been following for years. And Hampton Police Chief Jimmy Weidman also made an appearance in court today. It'll be interesting to see if he returns tomorrow for closing arguments. And again, this time tomorrow night, we could possibly have a verdict in the Cory Bigsby murder trial. We've been on top of the story for 6 days. We are not going to stop now. As soon as that verdict comes in, we will bring it to you live. Reporting live in Hampton, Dan Kennedy, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Angelique, as Dan just said, our team coverage will pick back up tomorrow. Angelique and Dan will be back in the courtroom for those closing arguments. You can get updates on air, online, and on the 13 News Now Plus app.